intro from Ben.
Yeah, my friend's just started doing some editing as well, and he's made an awesome intro for himself. I'll try and get into my one for Carve. It's looking really good. We should be going live. I'm just waiting for it to come through on YouTube now. Let's give it a refresh.
Oh, it's coming in.
Yeah, we're coming through?
Not yet, at least not for me. Oh.
For me, it's telling me I'm live. There is 2 seconds.
We're live. There should be about a 10-second delay between us and YouTube.
Yeah.
So welcome everyone who's already here. We'll just give everyone else a second to come in. I guess when everyone knows me and Ricardo, Nelson and Lars, do you want to quickly introduce yourself before we start?
This is my friend.
Everybody knows Nelson and everybody knows Lars as well. Come on, introduce yourselves, guys.
But you should still introduce yourself.
Lars, my friend. Please.
Okay, I'm Lars Zemke from Germany, and what is the right word in English for Bundesvorsitzender, oder the man in charge for Electric Empire tries to give the community the access to show all the people in Germany what PLEVs or Elektro-Kleinstfahrzeuge are, and what can do for the traffic and the traffic jam, especially in Germany and all over Europe. And that's not, we are no stuntmen or other guys or special guys. We are normal people and try to move in a different way in Germany or in Europe. That's my...
Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nelson.
So, my name is Nelson. I come from Portugal. I live in Germany. I belong to the group rides and demos, and I'm always active rider. I'm here with Lars and UK because I think we have the same, we think the same way, and to make the rules better for us, and that we go further, not because before we was about 10 riders, and now we are vielleicht 100,000, and we have to be careful.
Yeah, that's true. So tell us a bit more about yourself. So start with Nelson. When did you start riding? Well, what made you be interested in electric skateboards? What's your story behind starting to ride, and what kind of boards do you have?
So I started to ride it about 6 years ago. I was...
That's a long time ago.
Yes, I was driving a drone, and then I put it to sell it in internet. And one guy from Berlin tell me if you want, I want to change it for one electro skateboard.
What was your first electric skateboard?
My first electro skateboard was a unique Go, the first one.
Unique Go, wow.
I have this
That's
board.
a long time ago.
I have this board here in my house. That was with one motor, and the guy said to me, "Hey, you want to change it?" And I said to my wife, "Hey, electro skateboard, I never listened." And he said, "Yeah, that is brand new. You want to try it?" And I said, "Okay, let's do it." Then he sent me to my house, and then I go out for 5 minutes. I started, and 5 minutes later, I come back with my arm and everything. That was my first, because I put it, I give it gas, and I don't know how to brake and everything. And then 5 minutes later, I come back to my house, and I was like, everything damaged. But I love it, and I say,
oh, you got hooked. Was that a similar experience to you, for you, Lars? How was it? How did you get interested?
My story has also something to do with drones. I'm looking searching in the internet for drone videos to buy a drone, and in my searching on YouTube, I stopped by Casey Neistat and saw him riding on a booster.
With a booster, yeah. A lot of people started like that.
And that's the situation. I bought it online and have to wait maybe half a year. And in this time, I realized it is in Germany illegal. And so on May in 2018, I made my first ride on a private area, and I sit on the board on my first ride because it's, for me, it's not feeling good for me. And so I decided to sit down on the board and give accelerate and brake, and now it's good. It's more better. And now I'm trying to ride an electric unicycle, and that's the same situation.
Unicycle. That's yes. Brave, man. That's brave. Have you managed to do it, or are you still struggling? Can you balance yourself in it, or?
I have a few rides with nobody left or right from me. But at the moment, it's not the best idea to ride outside alone with the electric unicycle. So I decided more to stay at home and made some answers for the press or typing some news for our community to keep in touch and keeping forward to make more stuff.
So how was it? So you said already that you run Electric Empire. How did this come about? Are you the only one? Who else is involved? How many people? Because I saw on your webpage, and maybe Tim, you can bring it up, that in the future you would like to offer some training and some legal advice. That's in your plans, isn't it? So how did it come about? How did it start? Who's part of it? Who have you been contacting? Have you been speaking with the government? Have you been speaking with the media, with the TV, with the radio? What kind of exposure have you had? Sorry, I know it's too many questions in once, but
okay, Ricardo, that is not our homepage.
Okay,
it's electricempire.de.
Yeah, I can do it in German. Yeah.
Okay. First of all, everything starts with my skateboard in May 2018, and a few weeks later, the first draft of the regulation called PLEV regulation, or in Germany, Elektro-Kleinstfahrzeugsverordnung, shows up in summer. And after reading...
Sorry to interrupt you there. Tim, is it electricempire.de? What's the URL? What's the address?
Oh, did he say Electric Empire?
I think so. Electricempire.de.
Electricempire.de.
Let's try it. Sorry for the technical problem.
No problem.
Is it like this?
It's very small on my cell.
Is it with K or with C? Electric.
With C.
Okay, let's try this.
.de.
Yeah.
.de.
Let's try this. Sorry, I interrupted you, Lars. Please continue. You were talking about how you started.
That looks better. Fine.
That looks better. Okay.
Thank you.
You can put it in a green. I accept it. Yes.
Okay. Everything starts with the first draft of the PLEV regulation in summer 2018, and in this case, it was planned for PLEVs with handlebar and without handlebar. In Germany, everything is about the handlebar, and after reading, we saw that's not for us. That's more for the industry or for the rentals. They plan to come up on the streets everywhere in Germany, and so we trying to access the politics to ask what we can change or what we can do. So okay. And
to improve it, everything.
Right. And that was a time we are still dreaming about the regulation of skateboards, monowheels, or electric unicycles and one wheels in Germany. And our Minister of Transport, Andres Scheuer, gave us every few months a new promise. Okay, a few weeks, in a few weeks, we can skate legal on German streets.
Typical politician, eh?
Yeah, and so in December on 2018, we visit the Transportation Ministry of Transportation to ask what we can do or we can change something in the regulation. And they said we don't speak with private guys. We only speak to associations.
Wow.
And that is what very disappointing. The 2 hours. And after that, we start our demonstration on the streets of Berlin with 180 people.
That's a very big number.
10 kilometers through Berlin in December. It was great.
How did you get so many people into that ride? Because
Facebook and everyone is calling a friend or something, somebody, and said, "Hey, come to Berlin." And the crazy thing is, it is on Thursday in the week. It is not Saturday or Sunday. We start this demonstration in the week, in the middle of the week, and after we get out of the Ministry of Transportation, we are very surprised because there is a second demonstration against us, organized by Association of the Pedestrians.
Oh my God!
And that was crazy. You come out and there are so many guys and saying, nobody, we don't get out, and we won't want you. That's illegal and still illegal. And they tried to prevent us from riding on the sidewalk with pool noodles. And
very imaginative, huh?
That it's so crazy. Unfortunately, no one of this group understood that we didn't want to drive on the sidewalk because the right lane is our goal. We want to ride on the streets, and we want to ride legal with scooters, with UCs, with skateboards or one wheels. And so we start to ride, and after that, the special situation starts in Germany. Everybody is talking about e-scooters and knows it's totally dangerous, and we want that. It's not good in the stuff. And in this situation, we decided to what is the right word? We start Electric Empire. We start and to give our community a goal to keep in touch with the politics, with the press, and gave the right feedback what we are doing to the people, and they understand what we are doing and what we want.
Just a quick question. Tell me. Sorry, I interrupted you, Nelson. Say.
I say, and then you're going to continue in touch with the person in Germany and giving more information and having more feedback from the persons. And the problem is before Lars, nobody knows about what is happening in Germany.
So there was no structure, yeah.
Yes, and then you see one part, some persons who say, okay, we see that everything is wrong, or that is not working very well, and we have to touch our political persons. We have to give information. The people have to wake up and have to be together with us. That's what I understand from Lars and from the guys from Electric Empire. They make a structure for us to be informed.
Yeah. So actually, that's an important point, because in the UK we are more or less on the situation that you guys are in terms of legality. And I was just wondering, what is Electric Empire? Is it a charity? How is it set up legally? Is it set up legally? Well, first question. And how is it set up? Is it an association, a charity? Is it a company? Because that's something that we're thinking about doing in Carve UK. just to help us get that exposure to the politicians and to the media. So can you tell us a bit more about it, please?
In Germany, you have to go to the court and say you are an association and have to 7 people for the basic founding situation. And you have to do a protocol and keep this to the court and say, okay, now we are Electric Empire, Bundesverband Elektrokleinstfahrzeuge.
Okay, so you're registered, yeah.
Yes,
cool.
and after that we are registered in March 2019, and now we are an official association for Elektrokleinstfahrzeuge or PLEV.
Yeah, PLEV, yeah.
I think it's the only one in Germany, oh, Lars?
Yes, now we are the only one, yeah.
Nice one. So has anybody came to you already saying that, oh, we got caught by the police and now we're going to the court and we're getting a fine? Have you had situations like that or not really?
Many.
Really?
Really, yes. But that's okay.
Tell us about it, Nelson.
That was a private... the only person I think he knows is Lars. I speak with him about 1 month.
Okay.
With my Lacroix, with the police here.
So you get caught by the polizei?
Yes.
Did you get a fine or?
That was a situation. Now I have to wait because they're going to give me an answer. But I speak with Lars because that was a situation that I have 10 police direct by me. They don't want to take my board. They don't want to talk with me, and they say it's illegal. And the situations here in Germany sometimes maybe is nothing, or maybe can be a lot. That's how they ride it, the police. That how do you talk with the police? And in my situation is like. I was driving and it was a boat because I live direct by the
canal or the river.
And the police was with the ship, and I don't see him. And with the GPS, they see it how many kilometers I was, and they say I was about 35 kilometers.
You're spitting through the streets of your hometown.
Yeah,
nice one.
And then the police comes to me. Because they are surprised because they say a skateboard so fast that is not possible. Then they come to me, but I will stop. And then I speak with them. I tell him everything, and then I speak with Lars, and I say, Lars, I have this problem. I speak with him in private, and I say, let's keep the situation. We're going to stay it like this because the board was not with me. They take it away.
Wow.
And
you have it back. So you took photos with the signal.
I received 1 day later, and 3 days later I received a letter from the police. They was very nice for me. They don't write it bad things because I was not how can I say, I was not.
You're not aggressive towards them, or you're not confrontational.
I said, I understand your work. What can I do? If I'm wrong, I have to pay for my what I do.
Fault, yeah.
And
your penalty.
Yes, and they say the problem is there is lots of police here, and I have to take it. There's no problem, no chance. In Germany, if you drive a skateboard without
insurance,
insurance. If you
and the wheel, is it the wheel, the driving wheel?
Is not legal. Then you are in a big infraction here in Germany.
What about electric bicycles? Are they legal in there?
Yes, because you have the help from
is a pedelec, yeah.
Yes.
Then that's what they tell me. This can go to 100 kilometers per hour. Is no problem. Because I ask them, sometimes there is guys who go in bikes, they go faster than me. And they say, but in Germany, it's like, in Germany, the police do like this. Is the law is like this. If you
there's no getting away from it.
Yes, yes. And the big problem here in Germany, before these scooters, these you can rent it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talks very much, but today you see it in every place, and the people are very upset because when you are driving, the people who drive it, they leave it all
Everywhere, yeah, and they ride on the sidewalks and they don't have an helmet and everything, so
Yeah.
it's
And
quite.
then it's 2 persons, 3 persons, people who's not here in Germany. You can drive it when you have more than 13
Okay.
13 years
13
old.
years old, yeah.
But you have to
Yes,
have
that's right. That's right.
you have to have the responsibility from your father. But sometimes you see here you have when you come inside of one website, you have the first I think 5 minutes or 30 minutes free
Wow.
to try it.
Yeah, I think I speak for myself anyway, but I don't think the model of rental of e-scooters is the right one, because there's barely any responsibility for the guys that are riding it. They don't even know how to ride it. They just grab it on an app and yeah, let's go for a fun ride, and they don't really understand the implications for the safety of those around them to ride it safely, the electric scooter. So I'm all for yeah, electric scooters are fine, but private ownership. Anyway, Tim, maybe you can butt in because you had some run-ins with the police in the UK as well, yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, in the UK, it's a bit of a weird situation where our laws are very grey. So, we're a bit behind, and it's difficult to classify a skateboard. If there's no classification, people keep saying we're illegal, but we're not legal. There's a big difference. So if you can prove you're not a motor vehicle, then you're not a motor vehicle. So I got stopped for riding a motor vehicle in a bike lane and ignoring road signs all at the same time.
But you made your case, didn't you?
I with some help from someone everyone will know, I made a very big case. And yeah, there's so many factors in the UK that you can have to your advantage, because we have no laws against us. It's really hard to define a motor vehicle. It's really hard to define a carriage. Even the police don't get to define what these things are. So it's
You
a
can always play around it, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can get around. Well, I say get around these things. I mean, prove your legality is yeah.
Sketchy.
Yeah, but it's I mean, it's this is why we need legalization. This is why we need a structure, and we need some rules that we can
That's
abide
right.
by.
Maybe we can jump to some of the questions then on the YouTube Carve. There was Tom asking about what's your favorite skateboard, Nelson?
Well,
What's your favorite skateboard? Well, what's your favorite mode of transport now?
so I'm going to tell you, it's very
PLEV. You have a one wheel as well, yeah?
Yes. Today I was driving on one wheel, and I'm in love. And like Lars, I'm starting with the
EUC.
AUC.
Well, yeah, electric unicycle. You
Yeah.
as well.
Crazy.
Jesus Christ. It's the future, huh?
I think, like Lars, I think that is a fantastic thing. It's difficult, I think, is in the when you start it, but when you go,
then you get the hang of it, yeah.
you have to get hang. I think the last interview do you have with this guy from UK?
Hafiz.
Yes, I think he explained it everything. That is, I think that is the future for cities, for everything. But then I have my LaCroix. I love it. And
show us what you have in the background, because I can see a few boards in there. Tell me what you got.
My LaCroix.
Yeah.
I have the Involve GTA.
I love the grip. Sorry, man. I love the grip tape from the Lacroix, but that's because I'm Portuguese.
Yeah, and then I have the one wheel, and now EU Scene.
And all members of the family they ride, huh?
My family, everybody's loving to ride it, and I love involve. I cannot say I don't have nothing to do with the company. I know that team has something with it in the company. I'm very good with Jens in Germany. He's a fantastic guy for me, but I don't need to talk about involve. Very good, but I love involve. But now I'm starting to change a little because I want to go more mountain boards too.
Okay, so let me put it this way: you are on a deserted island, and you can only take one electric vehicle. Well, which one do you take?
Me?
Now, out of the Lacroix and the Evolve, or the One Wheel, or the EUC, you can only take one. Which one do you take?
I take Lacroix.
Okay. There you have it, Tim. Tom, it's answered. Well, what about you, Lars? What's your favorite, and what do you think it is the future?
The future? No, that's a difficult question. And I can understand somebody is the most favorite vehicle is a skateboard. But for me, for the commuting, is a EUC now the best thing to get through the city, and it's like a suitcase on you.
Yeah, that's
the
so
handlebar.
practical. That's the best thing about it. You can take it anywhere. You can take it to the metro, or you can take it to your office, and you just put it in a corner, and it's fantastic. That's. I wish I had more courage to try. Well, I tried it and I failed miserably, but it takes a bit more practice, isn't it?
I tried.
But yes, that's
5 hours, and I know for the guys it's easier, but there is 5 hours. Now I'm
getting there, yeah.
But the first 3 hours was very difficult for me. And I started more because this interview you have with this guy here in UK.
Please. Oh, that's good. It's good to know that we're having some sort of impact anyway. So a question that I wanted to put towards you, and Tim, you may have other questions. Sorry, I'm hogging the space in here.
I can moderate. It's great. Keep going.
No, it's about the events that you've participated in. I wanted to know about yourselves. What was the biggest event? Probably the one in Germany. And the second question: what was the best event that you participated in, and why?
What is in 2019? I was invited to what is it called? Give me a second. I was invited to the Ministry of Transportation to speak in front of the government and give two or three questions. Every party invites a specialist and gave them some question. That's for me a very big audience, and that's crazy.
That's very cool.
It's very cool. And I'm very nervous in the situation, but it's not the typical situation what you have to do in your life. And so there are many critics in the government, and they tell us it's dangerous. They
gave you a hard time, yeah.
Yes, you can't brake, you can't handle it, and now that's our problem, which are our biggest situation where we find a solution for all here in Europe to tell the people that is not dangerous. You can handle it, and that's.
But presumably. Sorry to interrupt you. Presumably, the ministers and the politicians, they've seen the footage from the events that you participated and organized, and what do they say about it? What do they say when they see 180 people on the road and all safely? Well, what do they say about it?
In the first demonstration, we got no feedback. There's nobody came out from the Ministry of Transportation or something else. They only gave us the advice to found the association. That is what we do now, and that's what we know. It's the biggest thing for us to keep in touch with the politics, with the press, with other association, to tell them we are normal people, we are not crazy guys. And after our demonstration in December 2018, there started a huge discussion in the German press, and there are so many weird things. E-scooters are too unsafe, small wheels and narrow handlebars. It's impossible to give a hand sign when you turn right and accelerate. Batteries from the rental companies only work for 3 or maybe 30 days, and after that they were junk, and they have to buy new ones. That's so crazy things they are talking about. That is that's, and the next day
just
you open the news.
Coming up with problems,
Yes, and everything is. We have to give more rooms for emergencies and hospitals, because we have more injuries, and now we have the situation. The insurance is going low. We have and when we started, so 30 euros. Now it's 17, and
that's cool.
It's getting cheaper. And in my opinion, that's proved there are not so many accidents or people
there's
injured.
no danger. And no, that's a good thing, because in the UK, I know that there are insurers as well already interested in covering for us. So we are still a bit behind, but there are insurers trying to get in the money, because at the end of the day, it's all also about the business and how much money can you make out of this. And if we can attack it by the legal aspect of it, there's always for the government side, you can always argue for the economic point of view, because it's more sales, it's good for the economy, it's good for the traffic, it's good for the environment. So there are so many points that you can argue for. Sorry, Nelson, I wanted to ask you, what was the biggest event, and I mean about rides, group rides, or stuff related with electric skateboards that you participated in, and the one that you enjoyed the most?
Sometimes it's not the biggest. Sometimes it's how do you enjoy it?
Because I know that you do some catering for your rides as well, don't you? Sometimes.
Yes,
I need to join you. I need to join you someday.
It's like this. When I do an event, for me, it's not the event. It's like riding with my friends, riding with guys that love to do what I do. I call everybody. I don't put it in Facebook. Sometimes the people say, "Hey, Nelson, you have so many things in Facebook. It's like crazy." But it's not because I want to make. I don't mean nothing with this. It's like I do it because I enjoy it. I have my work, like Lars, everybody, the two of us, and all of you. I think we do this because we love it, and like you see, I go to UK to you guys because
it was brilliant. I love that. That was a great experience.
You have to think how was they invited? How Tom, Amar, Ben, everybody. I say, hey guys, maybe I can come to Billy. I can come to UK. Okay, we organize everything. Okay, and that's the important thing. Like me, I was in the third event the demo from Lars, and I think it was fantastic. I was with a big Portuguese flag.
I remember that.
It was a huge flag on our third demonstration in September 2019. It was
You're
a great
dragging
day.
it on the floor, eh?
But I think it's everybody don't understand. They say the people, they understand it like this. My idea was not to when you do something like Lars made it, you have to bring attention to the persons. It's not for me. It's not for the flag of Portugal, but something like you say, is people from outside of Germany who come to help these guys because they are doing something with no money, and
for the community, yeah.
Yes, and this way they're going to see a idiot guy is in the middle of Berlin with a big flag and in a skateboard in a demo.
That attracts attention, of course. Yeah.
They're going to talk about it. He wants to show him. No, I don't need that. I don't need. It's different things. I can tell you three things that I love here in Germany. I love the demos from Lars and the Electric Empire, because I think they want something good for us. And I was not in the first one and not in the second one, because I work my perfection. I cannot do everything I want.
Yeah.
I don't have this chance. And the third time I was there and I meet Lars, and because one guy's Schwenz Oliver as bring him to me and say, this is Lars, this is Nelson, I think you guys have the same idea, and we talk a little together, we sit, we drink a beer. And
that's it, that's the community. Yeah,
that was the important thing. Then the second thing is here in Germany, we started in my house, not in my house, everybody was with small groups here in where I live. And then I one day I say, okay, I'm going to make a barbecue in my house and I'm going to bring these people. And everybody came to my house and we make 2 rides in one day. And everything exploded. Then we started events and everything. And then came the second thing, very important here in Germany, was the you start to make events in winter, and Involve start to help us. Jens together with us, and the big group ride was here from Involve, about I think 90 persons.
That's pretty cool.
But when you ask me, I tell you that one of the events I love it more was about the situation from UK. Yeah, that was very special.
That was probably the one that you had to drive longest, eh?
No
and
by
the way, I got a fine because of you. I just had to attend a course, a speed awareness course, because driving you back to Calais or whatever it was to Dover.
I tell you, you're going to get.
It's all good, man. Don't worry. There was a question. Sorry, Tim. There was a question from some person on the YouTube saying, "What's the fine situation in the UK? What can air?" So maybe you can talk about it a bit more.
So there are sort of basically 2 levels of fines in the UK. One is a sneakily priced, cheeky fine of £50. This is priced to make you not want to fight it. So it's fine or go to court. And for £50, you're like, I know so many people have just gone, 50 quid, and they pay the fine. So
it's an admission of guilt.
That this is priced to make you want to pay it rather than fight it.
Okay.
The other option is to class you as a motor vehicle, basically a car, say you've got no insurance, and then try and fine you for having no insurance, which is an instant at least £300 and possibly points on your license, whether you have one or not. Which is
so
insane.
Even if you don't have a license, you get points
and they wait
on your future license.
You get a license and then
God.
put it on your license. And this is how much of a mess we're dealing with here. And just before Corona, there were police in a Range Rover, and they were driving around London. This is like total mafia scam. They are taking people's boards and scooters off them, impounding them, and then charging you £120 to come back and pick up your own property.
That's theft.
Yeah, theft, total theft. They you, and then say you can have it back for 120 quid. So they're the three kind of fines.
That is crazy. So what fines can you get in Germany, Lars?
It's between 100 or 1,000 euros, or
1,000.
yes,
or more.
But let me say some words to first of all, the insurance and what the police is thinking. For me, I can understand these guys because they're interested. Everybody is that joins the traffic gets has an insurance.
Okay.
When you get in an accident and nobody has an insurance and somebody is getting very hurt, you are very interested that you get your hospital is paid for.
It's paid for.
Something. Okay, and that's the biggest thing what the police is looking for, your insurance. Because when I'm decided in my garage to build a new car with 3 wheels, and tomorrow I start to drive it in the traffic and made an accident, that's my problem, and so I have to go in jail. And that's the situation in Germany. That's nothing to do with UC or skateboard or something else.
It's about personal responsibility. Yeah.
Yes, that's the law, and no, the police is not the
bad person.
The bad guys who still hunting skateboards and UCs and one wheels. No, they are the guys to manage charge.
Yes, for the laws.
Yes, the laws. And
that is crazy.
And for me, it's the demonstration. It's one way to show our vehicles to say, move green, go green. That's the new way, and also the give the people the opportunity to do a test ride. While when you ride by on the street and they make a photo or film you, make a movie or whatever. Okay, that's one day, and they move the videos in WhatsApp or whatever, and then it's out of the mind. But when they do a test ride and they see, oh, that's crazy, it's a new way, it's fun, and it's a new thing for my commute maybe, and that's the way
that's the goal. It's interesting because I mean I've been organizing rides for quite a while now, and just recently something different is happening. So local councils contacting Carve UK to actually organize events in their own towns. And the last one is nearby London, and if COVID-19 disappears, it'll be around about September. So you heard it here first, guys. So it's a place called Farnham, and they want to organize a Farnham Electric event. So what they did, they invited us because they've seen our videos and they've seen our demonstrations and our rides. And they want to do something a bit like what happened in Paris last year, but like a mini Paris. So they have different brands occupying a space in the center of town for demonstrations. So people from the public go there and try the vehicles, try the skateboards, try the scooters, try the UCs. And it's a way of engaging the public and making sure that it's not dangerous, make people aware that it's not dangerous. So it's very important to actually engage the local communities, and if we can get exposure, get the newspapers and get the radio and get the TV possibly. So that's the angle that we're trying to attack in here. Make sure that this is well known. It's like the cars when they first appeared. I think when they first appeared, they had to have a person in front of them with a red flag waving, just because it was dangerous. And look at it now. I mean, it's a completely different world a few years on. So I think it's going to happen sooner or later, either in Germany or in the UK. I think we all get legalized one way or the other. Possibly more or less the same kind of rules. It'll probably diverge a bit because of Brexit, but hey, that's the world we live in. But I think Europe-wide, I hope that we'll have legalization just around the corner in 1 or 2 years' time. Will be all legal, and then we can organize all our group rides without fear of being prosecuted. Which brings me to another point. So this year we were planning to repeat Paris, the group, the event, which last year went supremely well. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed organizing it, and I enjoyed participating in it, and all the team with Chris and Amanda and Cedric and Lee and Billy. We all had a ball of a time. But this year it's probably, well, it's going to be cancelled. So one thing that we're thinking about is next year, and this is something for you guys as well. I've had a bit of a conversation with you, Nelson, maybe extend it to Lars. I'd like to, my dream is to unite Europe around this, so have a bit of a European league. So we could have competitions, but we could also have the fun time behind it. So a weekend each time in a different city in Europe. I think that would be amazing, and that would, if we unite our different groups around Europe, maybe we can even go to the European Parliament, or aim higher and get these things more visible and united. I think we'll be stronger. And we'll get more visibility, and people will notice us, and that will force the discussion about legalization. Is that something that you guys are interested in?
Yes, that's a very important point that you are saying.
Lars,
For me, it's to build a stable network.
Microphone.
Across...
Your microphone.
Now it's better?
Yeah, it's
better.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. For me, that's a very important point. We have to build a stable network with convinced people across Europe to represent these new vehicles for the public traffic, and tell everybody that's possible to ride on with or without handlebar. That's not dangerous. We are no stuntmen or acrobats. We are normal people. We have families, and our biggest point is to have insurers to ride illegal and not illegal, because there's some other stuff what is illegal in Europe, not to ride on a new vehicle, because in the future the industry will build more and more of these things. That's now a few weeks. Okay, they show you that's a skateboard, and nobody talks next year about this. And the next skateboard is
it has to be
in the plan. And so we have to find a regulation all across Europe for with and without handlebar for all PLEVs, and that's an important thing. And for me, it's to say to the people, what can I do? Go and talk to your local politics in your small city, in your big city, and show him, I move green. I'm trying to move in another way, like a bicycle, or to walk on foot, or with my car. In the last few weeks, my car is. I don't move my car.
I haven't used my car in a while. Yeah.
Yes, I'm riding with my pedelec, with my skateboard, with my sometimes I try to ride on my EUC, but in the most cases I have more situations to ride without a car, and to use it on a last mile with bus or train or something else, because it's small. That's micro mobility. It's small. I can go everywhere with these vehicles, and that's for me so important to show.
Yeah, definitely. Nelson, where would you like to go and have an event? Sorry, you're going to talk about something.
I think it's very important.
Tell me.
Lars, I think that Lars is more important for us today, because Lars, there is about 2 months or 3 months ago, he goes to a guy who has a YouTube channel. What's the name of the guy who has this scooter? You make
Scooterhelden. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well,
and
legal action. I'm
yes.
plans on court. Yeah.
I begin it, and you can explain it, my friend.
Okay.
Important thing. This guy was fighting alone to make against one company, insurance. and he was taking money for his pocket, not from our pocket. He was fighting for us with his money. And one friend from him say, hey, we're going to make a video and we're going to ask to the community if they can help us. You understand what I'm
Yeah. It's very good.
Important thing. And this guy with the other one, they put in a channel and they ask if someone can give what you want to give. And Lars, what happened?
Okay, start from the beginning. Okay, in a short word, our problem is we have no insurance with PLEVs without handlebar. And the police stop me and I'm get caught. So sometimes, especially guys with electric unicycles, have a small sign and an insurance. They ask insurance over the web and said, okay, that is my vehicle, that's my serial number, and they got a small sign to get an insurance. Okay, so I have to trying to understand what has happened and go to the against the German insurance company because I want to insurance to ride all of my PLEVs legal on the street. So I open a what's called Klage, a legal action. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
To start a legal action and go to a lawyer, and they said, okay, you can start it, no problem. And so I decided 5 of my vehicles and said, okay, I want the insurance for this 5 vehicles. Okay, and then after that, it cost me more thousands of euros. And so we start this video and said, hey guys, please help me to raise money that I pay my bills. And after that, now I have 7,000 euros.
Wow, 7,000 euros you raised.
7,000 euros, so we can pay the first court.
Lars,
wow.
How long did it take for you to receive this money?
It's very fast, maybe 2 weeks. Oh no!
2 weeks. You raised 7,000.
1 week.
Wow.
1 week. We have 5,000 euros in 1 week.
4,000 in hours.
There are electric skateboard funding rounds on GoFundMe or Indiegogo that don't get that kind of money. So well done.
So that is the proof there are so many guys out there want an insurance for the vehicles. That's the proof for me, and that's the point that we start in getting forward.
That's brilliant.
That's why I bring this, because that's very important. You see, the community works.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's what we want to do in here in Carve. It's about the community. It's not about brand A or brand B or oh, my board is better than yours or whatever. It's about the community and helping each other. So going, actually, it's a good point. Going to Carve, and we don't have a lot of time now. Maybe we can, Tim, can you bring up the shop, because that's something that we're just starting, and we're just starting a small shop in the UK on our Facebook, and what this money is going to do is going to fund new events, because events cost money, unfortunately. So, and it's a fun way to ride and to represent Carve. So I'm just putting in my my word in for the shop. So if you want a cap or a T-shirt, I have a T-shirt. My wife has a T-shirt, and she's sitting right next. Do you want to come around? Yeah, come on, Amanda. You got a hoodie, Tim, as well. Yeah. Yeah, nice one. So it's just a quick thing. Okay, there she is with the Carve symbol.
Hi.
Say hi to the community, Amanda.
Hi.
So yeah, we're launching a small set of clothing items. We're also doing the Carve plates. I think, Nelson, you have one. Oh, there's the dog. Show me your dog. Show me your dog.
Come here. Come.
Nice one, English bulldog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carve. Nelson, you have a Carve plate as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you show us?
This one.
Nice one, dude. I saw the photos on your LaCroix. That's actually quite good. And we're going to also, in time, start with some patches as well and some stickers. So yeah, watch this channel. It'll be coming. So I think the shop is open now. So if you're interested, just send us a message, and we'll get you sorted. Actually, I was supposed to have my cap today in here, but it came from the US, and there's some problems. I want something like that, man. That's awesome.
I have one for Lars too.
Nice one. Do we have one other thing that I wanted to ask is what's the I know Nelson, you've been a bit all over Europe riding. What would be your dream destination for a Carve or a German event or anywhere in Europe? What kind of destination would you go to for an event for a weekend away with your mates riding a skateboard? What would be your perfect destination?
I think my country.
That was a silly question, wasn't it?
No, you have the perfect time. You have the perfect weather. You have. I live direct for the beach. What's the name?
Beach, yeah.
And I don't know, but I think if I think positive, not thinking about good weather, I think it's like for me. I think Germany is in the middle. Is like you are in the
middle of Europe.
Middle of Europe. When you organize something, you're going to get all the countries around. It's easy for everybody to come. It's easy for you to get a fly, not so expensive. It's
you just get on a train or whatever.
Yes, here in Germany you have this type of persons who receive you very well, and they're going to bring it to your home with no problem.
Yeah.
I know because I live here. It's not because I live in Germany. I can say other things, but I think Germany is like the center of Europe, and when you want to make a party, for you to take all around with you, it's going to be easy, because if you're going to Portugal, it's very difficult for a person like Sweden or Norway.
Yeah, to get there, I understand that.
And you're not going to get so many flights or transports like you get here in Germany. Germany is very easy to do the things, and that's why I think Germany is in the summer is very good to make it, or France.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Of course, I think for other way the Portuguese side, but when I think right, I think Germany is a fantastic place for you to make something.
So when you think with your heart, you think about Portugal. When you think with your brain, it's Germany. That's very fitting.
With Germany, I can say it's UK, but UK is going to be a little far for lots of persons. It's not everybody going to come. Do you understand? You have lots of love to go for a ride, and not everybody is prepared to do so many miles or so many driving a lot.
I understand that. Yeah.
That's why.
What about you, Tim? What would be your favorite destination?
Oh wow. I don't know.
Because I know that Evolve was trying to do the Evolve Cup this year in Germany, wasn't it?
Germany, yeah. I used to live in Germany. I love it. I also think Netherlands as well, being flat, would be great for e-skate.
Netherlands.
Yeah. There's a lot of less traffic, more cycling. It seems right, a perfect place for PEV. Even though electric skateboards are, I think, still illegal there at the moment, it'd be a nice place to ride.
My perfect destination, I think, would be Czech Republic, because I just saw a video today about this karting track in Brno, the motorcycling track, you know, the MotoGP, and they have a small kart track. And I was talking to the guy, and Czech Republic is very central, so maybe we can arrange it for when coronavirus dies, and we all meet in there, because it's quite central around Europe, Czech Republic as well. Do you have any more questions from the community? Because time is running out, isn't it?
Lars,
The hour mark.
Lars, what was the best place for you to make it, Lars?
The best place was our last demo ride for me. It's so many guys visit out Berlin and ride on a so sunny day through the streets of Berlin. It was a great day.
Beautiful,
but,
beautiful sight.
When we can top this over 1,000 people in Hamburg, in London, or Paris, or whatever, that's very fantastic for me.
I would like to try the you know, the old Berlin airport. Is it Tempelhof?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
I would love to try that. You guys have to make an event in there.
Yeah, I tried it there. One time I was with Lars and did a demo, and it was fantastic. It's a beautiful place, so many magic. They do it inside of this temple, live music. You have so many different sports inside. You have so many different types of persons. It's an amazing place. And I think it was the right thing in Berlin, because I think it was a big discussion, because they wanted to put it out, and then in the end they keep it. And today you can, so many things you can do it for kids, for fun. You have everything there.
There's a round course, maybe 5 kilometers on circle, a big circle, and you can do everything.
That's beautiful. That sounds like heaven.
Yes.
I just want to say something, because of Corona. When the Corona is out, I think this summer, I'm starting to organize something, because I want to make like this, what we talk about, this Europe Liga. I speak with a lot of guys from Europe now, from the groups, and when we're going to have free from Corona, maybe 1 month later, I'm going to make an event in Germany.
Let's do it.
And
I'll see you around there.
I want to have.
Do you have any? Yes. Do you guys have any final words to say? Any questions? Anything you want to say for the end of this stream?
Yes, for me, it's thank you for the inviting, and I would greet all the community in UK and all over Europe. You are the guys that help us to looking forward, that we make it legal in Europe or Germany or UK, or special greetings go out to Legal Riding NL in the Netherlands. Pete and his guys are doing a great job to fight against illegal. But in the mid of April, they plan a demonstration in Amsterdam, maybe. I don't know exactly. But there was
we have to wait.
The corona situation.
Yeah. That's cool. No, I've learned a lot in this hour with your experience. It's been invaluable, this conversation, because then it gives us ideas on how to address better the legalization issue in the UK. So very good. Tim, do you have any last words? Sorry.
No, I just want to say thanks to you guys for coming, and everyone check out the Carve UK shop as well. Help support you.
Nice one. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, my friends, thank you very much for the invite.
Dankeschön.
Guys, bye.
Thanks for coming, guys. Take care.
Bye, safe, huh?
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye. Ciao, Nelson. Deus.
Abraço, Amanda.